Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. How is everybody doing? I see Lori's already here. Hi, Lori. How are you? Dan's hanging in there. Good. Waiting to get his surgery. Seems like it takes forever for anybody to get the medical treatment that they need nowadays. So I hope he's doing well enough. I know that you guys are anxious for him to get the surgery. So I hope he's doing well enough without it right now. I am lighting candles. Why? Because I felt like it. uh, Amanda, what's up, Amanda? How are you? Oh goodness, don't move. I have set up the camera a little bit differently so you guys can see a little bit more and a little bit more of me. So when I am actually shuffling through the cards, hopefully you can see what I do with my hands and see how my fingers get stuck on your cards. Oh no! Oh my God, Amanda, how is she? Oh no. Okay, so they feel fine, but now you're not feeling well. Hey Danielle, how are you? Oh, Amanda, I will definitely light a candle and do some spell work on your behalf if you'd like. Do some healing spells for you. My oldest daughters are recovering from COVID. We found out last week that they were positive, and so they're also dealing with COVID. So it's hitting so close to home for everybody now. I don't know what to do anymore. I I had to stay home from work yesterday. One, because I had a doctor's appointment. Two, I had a panic attack, like straight on. I woke up that morning. I was going to go in for, a little bit, and I had a panic attack. I couldn't, the thought of being in a room with 30 kids who don't wear masks, it terrified me. And I don't know what to do about it. I went in today. That's right, Amanda. That's right. If you can do it once, you can do it twice. I know you can. You got this. And I will absolutely do some, I'll make a specific candle for you tonight and light it. See, Lori, everybody's kind of like, it's just everybody's family is being touched by it. My sister's family right now has COVID. Um, it, I get very angry and I have a lot to say, and I try to keep this kind of stuff, like my extreme opinions, I try to keep it off my channels as much as I possibly can. But I get very angry because I think if people would have done what they were supposed to be doing in the first place, I just makes me very upset. That's all. All right, let's see who's first. Oh, too many people I love are being affected by this, and just, I just want to make it stop. I just want to make it stop. You know. That's okay. I did yesterday myself and my buddy. Not. Ooh. Yeah, I know that feeling, Amanda, that your moment where your back goes, oh, not for you. And you're like, oh, you're right. This is not for me. I think I'm going to sit down now. No, Danielle. Oh my God. Yeah. I want to make this stop. I want to make it stop, right? Amanda. Sounds like you guys had a good time, though. Lori said she was first, and then I believe Amanda came in, and then Danielle. Are you guys wanting cards as well tonight? All right, Amanda, you want a card? Oh, by the way, I wanted to share something with you guys that I had been talking about since I'm not doing Witchy Wednesday tomorrow live. I'm working on the one that will be pre-recorded and come out on February the 2nd. But I wanted to share something with you guys since I'm not doing Witchy Wednesday this week, but I needed to share with you guys. I was talking about something on my TikTok about, we call it spicy protection, which means that there are protective spells that you can do that if someone continues to break the barrier of protection that you make, um, they don't feel good when they do, right? It's all right. You gonna get what you get, right? So what do we do with that kind of stuff? Like, how do I set that up? And so on my TikTok, I was telling them like things that are pokey in nature. So there was something that when we went to North Carolina, I grabbed a couple of these. I believe these are sweet gum pods. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's not native to Florida, so I don't know. We found them in North and South Carolina. Um, but after I looked them up, their properties, as far as metaphysical properties, are protection. And it is because of the thorns. It keeps things out and away, or it will get hurt if it keeps coming towards it. So these are used in protection spells. And I was like, well, if these are used in protection spells, could I use wasps? Yes. Yes, you can. Can you use rose thorns? Yes. Can you use wasp nests? Yes. You can use pretty much anything that has a protective sense and will protect its home, you know? So, uh, I would like a card. Oh, Danielle, you can have a card. Okay. Hey, Jared, how are you? Jared, okay. Spelling doesn't borrow. Call him. That's just, we'll call him, uh. Hey, you'll be fine, right? All right, let's get to the cards. Now that I've shown you like the nature protective stuff, whatever way you would set up your spell, your protective spell, you can add that to your protective spell and specifically ask it to make sure that if something gets too close, it hurts. It doesn't want to be near. So, and I know it works because I recently had somebody come into my home and my house is protected that if you bring negative energy into my house, you're not going to want to sit here. And that person did not want to sit here. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. All right, Lori, let's pull your cards, Lori. All right, you guys can see my hand, so you see how I pull the cards. All right, all right, Lori, you have the Emperor in shadow. I think this has to do with Dan. Um, I want to. I don't. Let's just read the shadow. Let's just read the shadow before I say anything else. Controlling others rather than exerting control over thyself. Not thinking of how your actions affect other people, bullheaded and forceful even when the situation does not call for such an approach. Having a my way or the highway attitude. Refusing to listen, refusal to budge. I just pulled the Page of Cups. I pulled first the Emperor in Shadow, and I feel like that's part of something that needs to be said to you. You guys know that have been here for a while, you know that it means that I'm trying to get clarification on something. And this is definite clarification. I need clarification. I don't understand the whole message, and I feel like it is just part of the message. So I just pulled the Page of Cups. Um, An open and sensitive personality, kind and non-judgmental, the response in our hearts when we experience startling beauty, instant forgiveness and kind word that is desperately needed and unexpected, honoring the dignity of every human, animal, and thing, acceptance. Got it. Got it. And I know why. Okay. So you know that Dan's waiting for the surgery. So these cards kind of speak to the fact that he's getting a little anxious, that he is getting a little agitated with the wait. Like he can't wait for it to happen. He's getting a little agitated. So sometimes he's very kind of snippety. But you, on the other hand, are the other side of this. And this right here is you being very understanding and saying, yes, I understand. You don't feel well. Blah, blah, blah. So you're right there encouraging him. So this thing is very balanced right now. You know why the agitation is there, and you're helping through it. So the universe is kind of recognizing that there's an exhaustion. There's an exhaustion that you're feeling. Um, be kind to yourself. All right. Start remembering to be kind to yourself. I feel like it's been days since you just focused on something about you. Feels like more than days, but it feels like a very long time since Lori has taken Lori time. And sometimes that can be very little, like taking time to brush our teeth. And I know that sounds stupid, but when my kids were little, and I have 5 kids, I never had time for myself. I never had me time. And I would take my toothbrushing time as my time. Like I would specifically spend quality time on my teeth because it's little, it's very little, but it was me. It was something I could do for me. So, what is the little thing that you're going to start doing for you? Because I feel this exhaustion. Like, there's nothing that can be worked around it. It's just that you got to start trying to focus some of that energy on you and not everybody else. All right. I'm glad you get the teeth thing. I couldn't, like, I don't have great teeth. I don't have perfect teeth, but it was just a thing. Like, those were the minutes I could take for myself. And so that I did, you know? All right. Amanda. Amanda, it really sucks that you're not feeling well. I am not happy about this. I'm really not happy about this. You have a little bit of brain fog right now? The Eight of Swords. Hey, Christy, how are you? All right, Eight of Swords. Hey, Lydia. All right, Amanda. You got the Eight of Swords. Bound paralysis. You have the power to escape. It feels like time is running out, making a point to suffer. You are not the first or last person to have your feelings hurt. Remove your self-imposed blindfold and view the truth. The way that one line came out of my mouth, it feels like this is something that was in your head. It feels like it's something that someone has said to you, and it feels like a trigger point. The line the you are not the first or last person to have your feelings hurt, and that's the way it's being said in my head, is like, you are not the last or first person, and it's that I like um are you in your own head right now? Like, it being sick, are you starting to go in your own head and start hurting your own feelings? Like, you feel like you're being a weenie about something? This is you. Amanda, this is you. You are telling yourself this in your head. And this is either you dealing with a shadow, part of your shadow work, or this is you being sick and beating yourself up. But that's what's happening right now. Okay, that's what you do. Stop it. Stop it. Stop, 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 stop. Stop. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are absolutely valid. All right? Even if they seem like they are ignorant and dumb to other people, they are valid. All right? Why? Because you feel them, and we can't always help what we feel, right? My feelings are valid. You do not have to apologize or hide what you feel. You feel them, because the only way to process an emotion is to feel that emotion. And the longer you bury that emotion, the more it's going to come up and hurt. So process it. Allow that feeling. Get it out and get it over with. And you are okay to feel this way. Got it? I love you. Now eat some chicken noodle soup and get some D3, vitamin C, and zinc. Hey, Lilith, how are you? All right. The next one was Danielle, right? I had Danielle, and then who came in after Danielle? Jared, and then Christy, and then Lilith. All right. So we have Danielle, Jared, Christy, and Lilith. I was trying to put Christy and Lilith together, and I was coming up with Chrislith, and that did not make any sense. Oh, I'm glad. Not, I need to go to Knott's whenever I can get out to California one day. Like, I would like to go visit Knott's Berry Farm, because I'd like to go visit when it's not Scary Farms. Like, their opening sequence with the witch. Y'all, I've watched this over and over and over again on YouTube, and it gives me goosebumps every single time when I see like this one light in the fog and then you see the monsters come through. Good night, y'all. That is makes my little creepy heart happy when I see that every time. All right. Christy Lilith was actually a former student of mine. She is the one that when I talk about um, refusing to be closeted in public, like I had pretty much come out to my family, but I had not really been loud and vocal about being a witch in public. Lilith is one of the children why I am loud and proud in public. Without her, I would never have been. So I owe a lot to Lilith and her sister Gwenna, or you would not have seen me on the YouTubes or the TikToks. All right, y'all, let's go. Danielle, my right ear is like thumping, like it either hurts you or like there's loud noise in that side. That's not your card. I pulled the Emperor for you, and as soon as I saw the Emperor, I was like, that's not her card. You've been hearing a ringing? Okay, there's something in your right ear. Like there's something to do with your right ear. All right, you got the Four of Pentacles in shadow. Four of Pentacles in shadow. So let's see what's going to come out in the words for you. How tightly do you cling to ideas, concepts, and material possessions? Are you rigid, unwilling to let go? True prosperity. Trust prosperity. Release attachments. If you love something, set it free. But Danielle, you also had a question about a trip, correct? I I want to say that this card has to do with a trip. Like you've got some anxious worry about it. Obviously, that's why you're questioning it, right? But you're overthinking it, and when you overthink it, you are going to come up with like 100 million ideas and reasons why this isn't a good idea, right? Hey, Cindy. Um, Christy, it definitely could be the cold front pressure because yesterday. Okay, so you have to go. Quit overthinking it then. At this point, what's going to happen is that you're going to work yourself up into a point where it's it's going to take a bigger toll on you, like physically. When you get over anxious, there are physical things that start happening to the body, and that that is going to kind of ruin what could possibly be a good trip. All right. There's that word prosperity got thrown in your card, and there's a reason. It's pentacles, right? Pentacles are these prosperity, right? So there's an opportunity for abundance here, but overthinking it, you're going to take that opportunity away. Does that make sense? Like don't piece it out. Just take it for what it is. All right. Next is Jared and then Christy. Let me make sure. And then Lilith. Cindy, would you like a card? Hey, Angela, how are you? All right, Jared, this one's for you. Jared, I almost feel nauseated. Almost like I ate too much. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Okay. All right, Jared. Let's see why you got some cups. By the way, one of my favorite cards is the Ten of Cups. Just love it. All right, the Knight of Cups. Romance, sweet nothings, charming nature, romantic messages on the way, poetry and prose, passionate suitor, dazzling display of affection. These are all the things that Amanda needs while she is sick. So, Jared, your card is saying, wine and dine your lady. Take care of your lady. And that's what you get. Amanda's like, see? The cards told you now. All right, now you got to do it. Oh my God. Angela. Oh my gosh. See, we were just talking about this. Jared. You might want to watch how you word things. All right. Christy, it's your turn. So, Christy, there is something that I feel when connecting to you. It is like by my ear, like right in here by my ear. I feel it is just like right behind my ear on the right hand side. And there is just a twinge in my back. And I don't know if that's because you're like sitting in a weird position. I don't know. You got the Four of Cups, but it's in shadow. Doesn't mean a bad thing. Cups doesn't mean, like, when you see something in shadow, doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means opposite. So, what is the darkest thing holding your focus? Where do you place negative energy? How does it distract you from unseen opportunities staring right in your face? Emotional reality is tricky and seductive. Once an emotion takes hold, it can trick you with the illusion of permanence, then vanish without a trace. Placing stock in emotional fluctuations is like grasping at the mist. It will always elude you. Knowing this, you are free to change your reactions to emotions as they bubble up. That last line is what's catching me. Knowing this, you are free to change your reactions to emotions as they bubble up. I feel like there was somebody that didn't tell you the whole truth. Like they didn't give you the whole truth. They didn't lie to you. They just didn't give you the whole truth. And I feel like you made a decision based on the knowledge they gave you, and then when you found out the rest of the knowledge, it's like, well, I already made this decision. You can remake that decision, right? You can decide. I have more information now, right? Um, that's what it's telling you right now is that even though you only got the partial truth, do not be afraid to make another decision now that you have all the truth. Does that make sense to you? I get delayed in comments, so I like wait. All right, good. I'm glad that it makes sense to you then. Yes, Amanda, go lay down. Take care of yourself. I'll be lighting your candle later tonight, okay? All right. Next person in line is Lilith, and then Cindy, and then Angela. Lilith, and then Cindy, then Angela. Lilith, I got like a flush of heat, and I don't know if it's nervousness or if it's just warm where you are, but it was just like when I said your name, all of a sudden I just got a flush of heat. Lydia! Yes, I didn't forget you, Lydia. All right. Lilith, you got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. I love looking at you guys chatting with each other. Like that just makes me happy. I know it's probably lame, but it just makes me happy. Like I said over and over and over again, I absolutely love that we are creating this really cool community. I did get a Discord, by the way. I have not learned how to use it yet, but once I learn how to use it, I'll put it out in the link and then we can all kind of chat in Discord, okay? So, hey Cree, how are you? All right. So, Lilith, you have use what you have and place it into action. Trust what you see before you. It does not deceive you. You have what you need at your fingertips. It is time to use it. The solution is at hand. More is on the way. See, this is there's a lot of confusion with this right now because there's like these pieces are out of place in my head. If that makes sense to you, Lilith. Um, the use what you have and place it into action. That is something that applies to you right now. Like right now, the thing that you have talent in, you should be pursuing, right? But then it says, trust what you see before you, it does not deceive you. That should, like, these things are all like really jumbled in my head for a reason. It's like you yourself are very confused, extremely confused. And so as I say these things, they're even coming through to you in a confusing way. Child, use your hands. You were given a gift. You were taught how to use the gift, yet you do not use the gift. You were given a taste of something this past week that had to do with what you can do, like your gift, this thing that they're talking about. It is, you did this thing and you got like a taste of this reward from doing this thing. And you start talking yourself out of it. There's no way that you can do this all the time. This is what I'm hearing. You are really. So did you just pull the card as I was pulling your cards? Because that might be explaining a couple of things in my head now. I feel like this is specifically telling you to do the thing that you keep saying you can't do. Okay. I feel like this is whatever you keep saying, like the decision is made. In your head, the decision has been made. But you are trying to make sure that you aren't wrong. You've made the decision, but you're trying to make sure you're not wrong. And so you keep pulling the cards so that the cards will give you an answer. And this is not going to be a time where the cards are going to give you an answer. Your guides want you to trust yourself. You're not going to be able to pull your deck and your deck give you a true answer. So right now, the answer you have already made up, and you keep telling yourself, but what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong? You've got to trust yourself, because what if you're right? What if? What if you take the opportunity facing you right now and you change everything? You change everything. What if? If you're going to what if something to death to be the negative, might as well what if to the positive. So what if? You know what to do. You've already made your decision. Trust it. That's what the card says. Got it? Got it. All right. I'm going to go back and make sure I've got people in order, because I'm all out of order here. All right. So I did Christy, and then Lilith, and then Cindy, and then Angela, then Lydia, and then Cree. I believe that's how this goes. Somebody better keep me on track. All right. So Cindy, you're next. Cindy, you're tingling. Like there are like bees underneath. There's so much work to do. You're tingling. You're tingling, and you either, did you just see? I don't know. There's food for some reason in my mind as well. Like I said, you're tingling, and then there's food in my head. So I don't know. Good. I'm glad, Lilith, that it all made sense and you understood. All right. Cindy, you've got the devil in shadow. You got the devil in shadow. Boogie, woogie, woogie. All right. You got the devil in shadow. So The generator and source of explosive repressed energy in the wood. The love of your own drama, the false narratives you create, all repressed emotions, ideas, and talents. Self-hatred, self-loathing, shame, anger, jealousy, fury, fear. What's sticking in my head is false narrative. And it's something, again, that you tell yourself. It feels like this is an inside thought. This is something that you don't share anywhere because you know that it's a false narrative that you say to yourself again. But this is recent. This isn't like one of our shadow work kind of things. This is something you've been telling yourself in your head for about 3 months now. You haven't told anybody else, but for the last 3 months, there is something that is being thrown in your head. Like it's a self-doubt. It is a self-doubt, but you're not giving this out to anybody else. This self-doubt, if you let it keep ruminating, will destroy what you're working for. It'll destroy what you're working for. Don't be so mean to yourself, my lovely. You know I think you're amazing. Okay? You're amazing, and I know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. All right? So quit telling yourself otherwise because you keep telling yourself and it's going to come down. All right. Let's go for, okay, I had Cindy and then Angela, or was it Cindy and then Lydia? I can't tell. We're going to go with Angela, then Lydia, then Cree. All right? That's what we're going to go with. That's what we're going to go with. All right. Yay, Lori. No problem, Cindy. It's what I'm here for, these cards, right? All right. Angela. This this right here feels like you've got a cough. That's what it feels like. But it also feels like you've got something. When I say this stuck in your throat, it's not like you've got something stuck in your throat. It's a you want to say something to somebody and it's stuck. That's what it feels like. It feels like you got something stuck in your throat. Like you need to get something off your chest. The Knight of Cups. That's the same one that Jared got. And that had to do with love and romance. Okay, remember when I was telling Cindy about like you can't tell yourself ugly things? Well, I just pulled the devil in shadow for you as well. And your man keeps telling you that you're beautiful and you're worthy and all this good stuff. Like you've got somebody in your life that's telling you all the wonderful things about you, and you deny every single one of them. Stop it. All right. Bye, Lilith. Thank you for dropping by. So, Angela, what I'm getting is that you aren't allowing somebody to compliment you. You're not allowing somebody to fully engulf you in love. And there's something stuck in your throat. All right. Angela, there's things in your head. You need to acknowledge that what the other person is saying is real, and you need to tell them so this goes away. All right, Lydia. Lydia, there's weird energy about you. I don't know how to take it. It's almost like an angry energy, but you feel like you don't need to be angry. I don't know. You got the sun in shadow. You got the sun in shadow. So let's see why your sun is in shadow. I absolutely love these cards. These cards are so beautiful. The artwork and the colors. Oh, just love them. All right. So, jealousy, blocking another's light, purposefully sabotaging another's good fortune, wanting all of the attention for yourself, not recognizing there is more than enough for everyone. There are words that stuck with this. And the words that stuck with this: purposely sabotaging another good fortune. I don't think this is you doing this. I think this is someone doing this to you. Nope, this is you doing this. This is you doing this to your own self again. Because somebody else did it to you. God bless America, whoever this is. Somebody basically told you that you don't deserve something. It doesn't have to do with money, but it's like something was said in a way that made you feel bad about being in a good place. All right. Like you were in a really good place in your head today, and basically somebody made you feel bad for being in a good place. Right. So now you're telling yourself, well, I don't deserve to feel good if somebody else feels bad. Stop that. Stop that. No, 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 no. You are allowed to feel good. You are allowed to be happy. Okay? You are allowed all of these things. Got it? Nobody else can, you can't make anybody else happy. You cannot make another person happy. People have to be happy. They have to learn to make themselves happy. Okay? Likewise, nobody can make you happy. You have to make yourself happy, right? You being happy and having a good day is a good thing and should be shared. Should be shared. Say it from the loudest top. I had a great day. Dance a little bit, all right? But be happy when you're happy and share that you're happy, all right? Share that you're happy. All right. And this will be the last one before we do our general reading. So, Cree, how are you, kiddo? Let's find your card. You got the World. You got some good fortune right now? Good things happening? Let's see. The World. Travel, excitement, and movement, going with the flow, lost in the moment. Ooh, that one right there. Lost in the moment. Complete integration with the world around you, effortless ease, freedom of the self. You in all your glory, victory, magic. You as you were always meant to be. Success, infinity, grace, and magnetic. So the words that are coming out for me, for you, are lost in the moment, and also you as you were always meant to be. So this feels like not a permanent thing. Okay, so it's not like it's happening in every aspect of where you go, but there is a certain aspect that you feel yourself. You feel you as you were meant to be. And in that moment, in those little spots, you want to just push it out a little bit further. You want to feel good a little bit further than that base, right? And there's some fear. I can feel it. There's some fear there of being who you are outside of that. But this card is talking about the fact that you are relishing in the moment of being able to be authentically you. And it feels good to be authentically you. Smile about it. Don't look at it and go, oh my God, it's gonna almost be over. No. Be authentically you and maintain that you are authentically you. Got it? All right. Good, Lydia. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. I'm going to pull an oracle card, but I'm going to pull it from, it's not new case, but it's in a charging case. My husband, for my birthday, my birthday will be in like 2 weeks, he got me this beautiful, beautiful box that I'm going to drop on the floor. And I put my oracle cards in there. Oh, good thing I had some fabric on the floor. Oh gosh, my heart just dropped. I was like, you just got it. I'm gonna break it. All right, let's pull our universal card. See how our week's gonna go before I say goodbye to all of you, my lovely. Happiness. Happiness! We're all going to have a little bit of happiness in our lives next week. I like this card. We are not only going to have some happiness, but we're going to actively seek our happiness. We are going to look out in the world. We're going to say, you know what? That brings me joy. I'm going to do that, right? You know what? That over there, that brings me joy. I'm going to do that. We're going to do things that bring us joy, that bring us a sense of peace and accomplishment. We are going to live our authentic selves and be happy about it, all right? Because that's our guiding card for next week. So actively seek out your happiness. All right. Cree, what do you mean as I was meant to be? This is when it said for you to live like you know you were meant to be. So this has to do with not the way, this is just your perception of yourself. That's what that means. This is your perception of yourself. How do you see yourself being happy? And that our universal card speaks to that. You know, how are you going to continue to find happiness in yourself and live authentically? All right. All right, my lovelies. I will see you next Tuesday for Tarot Tuesday again. I will share what little, next Tuesday I will share something else with you. It should be finished by next Tuesday. This thing right here is helping me learn my runes. And so I'll show you how I'm learning my runes with some beads and bones. All right. All right, my lovely. Be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. All right.